Okay, welcome to another amazing breakfast. It's called Live Granola. This is courtesy of yours truly. And I'm going to show you two ways of preparing this. We have the lazy man's way and the non-lazy man's way. The lazy man's way is to use a food processor, and otherwise you can use a knife and a cutting board. So it's up to you. So what we're going to use, we're going to use a variety of nuts. For this video, I'm actually just going to use almonds, just because I don't have any walnuts or pecans on me. But if you do have walnuts, pecans, almonds, you can actually use all of them in the recipe or any combination of the above. We're also going to use sunflower seeds, some dates, an apple or some kind of non-sweet fruit. So you can use apple, you can use pear, you can throw some berries into here as well. So as you're going to see with a lot of these recipes is that, you know, we have the recipe laid out for you, but there's a lot of ways that you can kind of play around with it. And that's what I really enjoy doing, is that I very rarely stick to the recipe itself. I'm always kind of trying things out. So what we're going to do is I have almonds soaking in water. Again, we've talked about this before. It kind of plumps them up. It allows their protein to become more bioavailable. It's a little bit easier to deal with in terms of chewing. So they've been soaking for a little bit, and if they soak overnight, they become a lot more plump. So I'm going to take these. I'm just going to rinse them off in water, and I'm going to throw them into the food processor. Okay, so right in there. I'm also going to take about half a cup of sunflower seeds. I'm going to throw those in, and we're going to start with that, okay? So instead of me chopping this stuff, I'm going to let the food processor do this. So we'll just give it a nice little pulse until it's at a consistency that you like, you know, so it's small enough that you can eat. So I'll give this a little bit more. Okay, and the cool thing about this is actually, if you've been to any grocery store in the last couple of years, you've probably noticed the price of healthy granolas has gone through the roof. To get a small bag, you're looking at like $10, which is insane. So this is gonna help you make something really good from scratch. So we have that in there. Then we're gonna take some dates. Now the dates are optional. If you want a little bit of sweetness to this recipe, you can add them in. I'm just gonna add in 3 dates, and I've soaked them a little bit because it just allows them to kind of soften up, and it's just a little bit easier on the mouth and the food processor for them when they're softened. So again, I'll give them a little rinse, and then I'm going to throw them into the food processor. And while I'm in there, I'm actually going to take my apple, and I'm going to throw the apple in there as well. I'm going to take about half an apple, and I'm going to do a little bit of cutting here, so it's, you know, this is truly not the full lazy man's version, but I'm going to cut it up so I make the food processor do a little bit less work. And then I'll throw it in there. I'll just kind of roughly chop these guys, and we'll toss them in. So we'll finish off the chopping portion and throw that into the food processor, so the food processor can actually earn its money, right? Come on, gotta make them do some work. Okay, so we're good. I'm gonna pulse this all up. All right. So finished product, there we go. The dates, I don't think were really, well, one of them is kind of still in its full state. But here's the cool thing. So now we just take this. This has already literally been chopped by the food processor, and we can throw it into the bowl, and voila. So again, this is all about really awesome, healthy recipes that energize you, but that take no time at all. Again, if you've got a stopwatch and you're timing me, and you're like, Yuri, I want to see how fast you can make these recipes. Well, here you go. So again, this took maybe 5 minutes. In the morning, it's really simple to do, and it's a really great option. It's live, it's raw, it's got tons of enzymes and nutrients, and then you can finish off with, you know, some almond milk, and we're all set to go. So we've got apple, we've got almonds, we've got sunflower seeds. You can throw in walnuts, you can do whatever you want. You can play around with this stuff. You know, my goal with the recipe is just to give you an initial foundation from which you can work. So there is our live granola. Give that a shot. I think you'll really enjoy that one. Let's give it a taste. And you know what? I forgot to put cinnamon in. If you put cinnamon into that with the apple, amazing. give it a shot, enjoy, and have an awesome day.